morning to all of my students. Myself, Mr. Dibyendu Mondal, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering Department of Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management under JIS Group. In this pandemic situation, I am delivering my lecture through online mode and my video is uploaded in YouTube. Good morning. Today I am discussing about the benchwork tool and its uses. Introduction. The benchwork has its own essential position in all engineering work. In this mechanized workshop, where most of the work is carried out on an automatic machine, while benchwork has its own importance. The job can be finished to fairly good degree of accuracy through machining operation. They often require the hand operation to be done on them to finish to the desired accuracy. A fitter's work is unavoidable when different parts are to be assembled in position after they have been finished. Alignment of machine parts, bearing, engine, slide valves, and similar other works call for a fitter's work. Reconditioning and refitting of machines and machine parts cannot be done without a skilled fitter. All of the above type of work required the use of a large number of hand tools, and a fitter must have good working knowledge of all these tools and instrument. Filters vices are not the most suitable and widely used tool for gripping different jobs in position during various operations and carried out in a fitting shop. There are fairly a good number of different types of vices such as parallel jaw vice, machine vice, hand vice, and pipe vice. From these, the parallel jaw vice is the most commonly used in general fitting work. These vices are available in different trade sizes, and the selection of a suitable size will depend upon the maximum size of the work. The width of the jaw determines the size of the vice. In fixing it on the fitter's bench, it is held with the help of bolts passing through the planks of the bench. The bolts are tightened by means of nuts, and the vice is held firmly on the bench. The jaws of the vice are usually kept overhanging the edge of the bench. Bench vice, it is most commonly used vice, sometimes also known as parallel jaw vice. It essentially consists of a cast steel body, a movable jaw, a fixed jaw, both made of cast steel, a handle, a square threaded screw, and a nut, all made of mild steel. A separate cast steel plates known as jaw plates with teeth are fixed to the jaws by means of a set screw, and they can be replaced when the movement of the vice is caused by the screw, which passes through the nut and fixed under the movable jaw. The screw is provided with a collar inside to prevent it from coming out the handle at the outer end. The width of the jaw suitable for common work varies from 80 to 140 millimeter and the maximum opening being 95 to 180 millimeter. This is the bench vise. One is the movable jaw, another one is the fixed jaw. With the help of movable jaw, you tighten the material. Another one is the handle, another one is the nut, and this is the diagram of the movable jaw. Okay, this is the bench vise. Now the surface plate. Its specific use is in testing the trueness of a finished surface, testing a tri-square, providing adequate bearing surface for V-block and angle plates, etc. inscribing work. It is cast iron plate having a square rectangular top perfectly plane, true and square with adjacent machine faces. The top is finished true by means of grinding the scraping. This plate carries a cast iron base under it, and the bottom surface of the base is also machined to, to keep the top surface of the plate in the perfect horizontal plane. Surface plate. Workshop practice. One is the V block. A V block serves as a very useful support to the work in marking. It usually works in conjunction with U-clamp. Round bar is placed longitudinally in the block and the screw in the clamp tighten. Its specific use is in holding the round bars during marking the center drilling their faces, which are to be held between centers on the lathe. Also, it is very suitable for holding round bars in drilling operation when the axis of the drill is to be kept normal to the axis of the bar. Clamping screw, another one is the U clamp, one is the job. Okay. B block, simple scribing block. It is principal marking tool in fitting shop and is made in various forms and sizes. It consists of a cast iron sliding base fitted with a vertical steel rod. The marker is fitted into the adjustable device carrying a knurled knot at one end. By means of the knot, the marker can be loosened or tightened to set it at any desired inclination, move to and fro inside the hole, accommodating it or adjust its height along the vertical pillar. Normally, it is used in conjunction with their surface plate for marking table. Its specific use is in locating center of round rods held in V block, describing straight lines or on work held firmly in its position by means of a suitable device like angle plate and also in drawing number of lines parallel to a true surface. Universal surface gauge. It consists of a cast base perfectly planed at the top, bottom, wall side, all side. Two guide pins are provided at the rear end of the base which can be pressed down to project below the base. These pins can be used against the edge of the surface plate or any other finished surface for guiding the instrument during scribing. A swivel bolt is provided at the top of the base in which the spindle is fitted. The spindle can be swung and locked in any desired position by means of the adjusting screw. The scriber is fitted in an adjustable screw on the spindle and is capable of work being adjusted at any inclination and height along the spindle. A rocket is provided at the top of the base and it carries an adjusting screw at its rear end. Spindle, scriber or marker, base. Another one is the scriber, fine adjustment screw, rocker, spindle nut, base and spindle. So simple scribing block and universal surface gauge. Actually it is better known engineer's tri-square and is very common tool used for scribing straight lines at right angles to a true surface or testing the trueness of mutually normal surfaces. They are made in different sizes from the steel pieces. Blade, this is the blade and 90 degree, and one is the stock tri-square. It consists of a steel blade fitted into a steel stock of rectangular cross section. They are well hardened and tempered to suit a need. Both inner and outer surface of the blade are kept truly at right angles to the corresponding surfaces of the stock. Bevel gauge, how whenever angles other than right angles are required to be tested or set and marked sliding, bevel square and bevel gauge is used. Bevel gauge is used. It consists of files of different types are the principal hand tool used by a fitter. All the files, irrespective of their shape, size, essentially consist of two main parts. One is the toothed blade, pointed tag, which is fitted in a handle. Okay. Files are generally forced out of high carbon steel, followed by cutting of teeth, hardening and tempering, etc. Common shapes of the files available are flat hand, square, pillar, round, half round, triangular, knife edge, etc. Okay. The files are manufactured in different varieties and their classification governed by the following factor: effective length, that is excluding the length of the tang, shape or form of the cross section, depth, spacing and cut off depth. Length of the files varying according to the need of the most commonly used length range 10 cm to 30 cm, and they cover almost all sports of filling work done by hand. Length between 10 cm and 15 cm are generally used for fine work, between 15 cm and 25 cm for medium sized work, and above 25 cm for all general and large size job. Square file which carried double cut teeth on all the four faces and is normally made tapered for about 1/3 of its length near the end opposite to the tang. Triangular file, which normally carries a single cut teeth on all faces and is made tapered towards the end for about 2/3 of its length near the tip. The cross section is an equilibrium triangle. Flat file, another one is the half round file, another one is the square file. Another one is the round file, triangular file, needle file. And the shape of the flat file like this, it looks like this one. Another one is the, this is the shape of the triangular file. Another one, this is the shape of the square file and half round file. So these are the different types of files are used. Okay, flat file, half round file, square file, round file, triangular file, needle file. Okay, needle file, flat file, triangular, square and half round. Okay, these are the different types of files are used. Teeth of files may single cut or double cut, single teeth or parallel, and angle 60° to the center line of the file. Double the cut files have two sets of teeth. The overcut teeth are cut at an angle of 60° and uppercut 75° to 80° to the center line. Files are also further classified according to the coarseness or spacing between the rows of teeth. Rough with 10 to 4.5 cuts per 10 millimeter length. Bastard with 18 to 6 cuts per 10 millimeter length. Second cut with 21 to 11 cuts per 10 millimeter length. And smooth with 30 to 15 cuts per 10 millimeter length. Scraper is very important hand operation in bench work for obtaining a fine surface finish on the work, particularly for removing convex spots from machine surfaces. Tools used for doing this operation are known as scraper. They vary in shape and size depending upon the specific work for which they are employed. They are usually made from rejected old files. Such files are heated and bent to the desired shape. They are fitted with wooden handle, chisel. These are many varieties of chisel used for chipping work by a fitter. Some very commonly used forms as flat, cross cut, round nose and diamond point. All the chisel are forged from bar stocks of carbon steel to the desired shape and cutting edge ground to the correct angle. Workshop practice, the forging operation is followed by annealing, hardening and tempering to make a chisel body tough and obtain a sharp cutting edge. Full length of the chisel is never hardened. Only a small length about the cutting edge, say 20 to 30 mm, is hardened. The included angle at the cutting edge varies between 40 and 70 depending upon the material. Brass and copper 40, wrought iron 50 and cast iron and general cutting work 60. A flat chisel is a general purpose chisel which is most widely used in cutting work, chipping large surface, cutting metal sheet, rod, bar, stocks and similar other purposes. Since it cuts the metal in cold state, it is frequently known as cold chisel. A round nose chisel is used for drawing the eccentric hole back to correct center, which has run off center during drilling operation. Another specific use of this type is used here actually. Another specific type that is a chisel is cutting oil groups and channel is bearing and pulleys, bushes, okay, and cleaning small round corner. These are the different types of chisel, okay, different types of chisel: flat, cross cut, half round, diamond point. Okay, these are the different types of chisel. Okay, flat chisel, cross cut, half round chisel, and diamond point chisel. Okay, okay. Last, if you like my video, you have to subscribe. Okay, thank you.